Hi, I'm Dan Bell here, back with another little instructional video. This time we're going to be talking about getting audio into the camera, and we're going to be talking specifically about the cameras we have here at Sandwich Community Television for rental. Not rental, for borrowing, sorry. Slip of the tongue. Anyways, we're going to be talking about how to get the audio in, and I want to just show you real quick. This is one of the camcorders we lend out, and there's another type of camcorder we rent out as well that has a apparatus on the top which has the ability to take microphones right into it via an XLR connection. This one, you can take a microphone and put it right into the camera. Would not be through an XLR connection, no. So anyways, let me explain all that in a little more detail further on. First, let's talk about just point and shoot style, okay? If you take this camera out, you will hit record and you'll automatically be getting audio through the top microphones. Right up here on the top, you see these right around the focus ring. There's these two microphones, one for each side, so it does capture stereo, okay? You can also bypass those microphones and put a external microphone in this little external mic jack right here, okay? One of the problems is that it is not 1/4 inch, it's 1/8 inch, very small headphone type jack, which I have right over here to show you. This type of size microphone signal is the one it would take. Now, this one is L-shaped and can go right in. The problem that you might run across if you have your own microphone is if it's not L-shaped. Excuse me, sorry for stepping out of the frame. If it's just a straight camera, a straight 1/8 inch line, you might have a problem with this edge bumping into the side of the camera. You'll see, it doesn't go in all the way. And this part right here blocks it from going in all the way. So that's why you need an L-shaped cord, okay? And you know, when you borrow equipment from us, we don't necessarily ask you every step of the way, what are you going to be doing? Are you going to use this? Are you going to do that? If you come in thinking that you've got what you need, we're going to just send you on your way, all right? And you might get to the shoot and realize you can't plug your microphone in, okay? So make sure that your microphone's actually going to be able to go into the camera, all right? Now, let's talk about the camera settings a little bit, okay? If you aren't using a external microphone, all right, you're all set to go. You just point and shoot, and you're going to capture right here, all right? If you're using an external microphone, all right, you plug the microphone in, as I said, okay? And you'll go to the settings page. Now, let's take a look at this settings page, all right? Hopefully you can see that. Get my glasses on so I can see it as well. All right, so you would go to functions, okay? Let me raise that up for you. You go to tap functions on the menu. This is touchscreen. Now go to menu, okay? And you're going to come up to this first camera setting. Just scroll down, and you will see some microphone settings, all right? You'll see that the windscreen has been eliminated because that is for the internal microphones. It's not for your external microphone, all right? You've got microphone attenuator. If you tap that, you're going to come up with either automatic or on. All right? And automatic, if you leave it on automatic, you're safe. You know that it's going to know whether the attenuator should be on or off. What the attenuator does is it provides a pad. If you're using the microphone line in on the camera to take a musical instrument, all right, something that has a very hard signal, the attenuator pads it down so it can accept that without an over distortion. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the other. What other ones did I have here? Okay, microphone terminal input. All right. So here you've got it. You would pick whether you're using a microphone or whether you're using a line for such as a musical instrument, all right? So if you were taking audio in again from a mixing board or something, you'd use the line setting with the attenuator on, all right? Okay, so let's go back and see what other settings it has. Audio mix, okay? Audio mix will give you the ability to mix the line signal coming in, the internal microphone, as you see that, or the external microphone. Now, my external microphone's pretty far away and covered up, so there's no signal actually coming in. But with this level right here, you can change the balance. You can have more your internal, okay, or move it down and have less internal and more from the microphone. Okay, so that's about it for these settings, and we will move on. We'll talk about capturing audio with the camera that has the XLR inputs in 1 minute. Okay, back at you, Dan Bell, Sandwich Community Television, talking about audio capture, getting your audio into the video camera. These cameras have a little bit more options to them. This has what's known as the handle rocker. What this does, there's a couple features. It gives you a second zoom on the handle, which is nice. But we're talking about audio, so let's stick to the audio features. This has 2 XLR ins on this, okay? And it has a few more options that rest on this handle, okay? What the advantage of having this over the last setup I just talked about is that these have volume controls right on the handle, so you can adjust them real quickly and control the audio coming in. You have the option of feeding phantom power to a condenser mic. 2 types of microphones, basic types. We're talking about microphones that don't need any power to run them, and then microphones that need a little bit of power, all right? And if you're using those sensitive microphones that require a little bit of power, you need to make an adjustment and feed that power to them, okay? And this would give you the option to do that. I'll get a close-up of this in a minute so you can see the switches I'm talking about. Again, it has the options to switch it from a microphone input to a line input. So if you're taking audio from a mixing board or an instrument, you're able to capture it without overdriving the sound. It has an attenuator switches right here, so you can make the changes real quick. And so anyways, that's about it. Let's get a close-up of this so you can see what I'm talking about, and I'll show you the menu panel as well. Okay? Okay, so here we go. Here's what we're looking at, all right? There's the control panel. On the other side is where you would have your inputs. And another thing I forgot to mention that's nice about this is that you can mic up 2 individuals and have one assigned to one channel and one assigned to the other. and that makes things a little bit easier in post-production. Anyways, so here's your settings. Okay, you would first, if you're using the external microphones, you'd make sure that this was on external. Okay, you see that? Sorry, right there, that switch in the middle, external. All right, here's your choices. As I mentioned before, you can go to line, all the way over to line. Mic is in the middle. And this mic plus 48V, that's for phantom power, feeding to a condenser microphone. Would be over if you're using condenser microphones, high sensitive microphones. Your attenuator switches, okay. If you're using line, you want to have your attenuators on to pad that a bit. And these are your volume controls, okay. Keep them in the middle, reduce them if you need them, raise them up if you need to, okay. And as I said, on the other side is the channel 1 and channel 2 inputs for the XLRs. And let's take a quick look at the menu. All right, so now we are going to go to functions, hit the menu, and scroll down. You're going to see, like the last time, those options that were lit up for the internal microphone are now in gray because you can't access them because you're on an external microphone setting. Okay, so the setting here would be your XLR channels, and you're going to choose whether you just want to record on side by side. Okay, so channel 1, that would give you the option of putting a microphone in channel 1 and getting it on channel 1 only, or going to this option where if you put a microphone in channel 1, it will record both on channel 1 and channel 2. Channel 1 and channel 2 being left and right, okay? So again, if you wanted an option of having things split out so one person was on one side and another person was on another, then you would go to the other setting. Okay, so here's an example. We've got 2 microphones hooked up. Okay, I'm wearing one, check 1, 2, and I have another handheld. All right, so one is set up to record on one side and one is set up to record on the other. So if I cover this up, hello, 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 you can hear a lot less of the signal on the channel 2. And if I took off this and went with the other side, you would hear a lot more on the other side. So where this comes in handy is if you have somebody mic'd up with a lav mic, but you still want to get some room audio, you can use a shotgun mic stationed somewhere in the room on the other channel and get the signal in that way. I'm Dan Bell for Community Television. Take it easy.